it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am here with the July video for the Fancy Fold Card Challenge. So this is hosted by lovely Monika Weclewska, aka Paper Bona, and she sets a small group of us a little challenge every month to make a fancy fold card, a specific fold. And then everybody else can just join in if they want to. So you can share a video if you want using the hashtag. It's in the title and it's in the description box. Or you could share on Instagram using that hashtag. If you don't do those kind of social medias, then if you want to do Facebook, there is a specific Facebook group which I will link in the description box below. So you can hop on there, you can see what everybody's been making, and you can share your own projects there too. So lots of ways of joining in if you would like. No pressure to though. You will also find in the description box below the other YouTube accounts for everybody else who's joining in. So there is obviously Monika Weclewska. Then there's also the other Monika who is crafting with the Qulling Lady. There's Katarina, who is Create with Katarina, I believe. It's in the description box. And Christine from Christine's Cards and Things. So all of those ladies have also been making fancy folds. And this month we're making the hexagonal pop-up card. It was a new one to me. Well, I've seen Monika make them in the past, but I became slightly addicted, as you're just about to see. So the first couple I made using the Sunflower Collection papers and toppers that just came with, I want to say, Simply Cards and Papercraft. And actually, lovely Ashley from Paper and Twine, she made one in the magazine. So must have been something in the waters for this month. It's always a chat. I always get so excited when I see somebody I know. I mean, I don't really know you, but you know, somebody that I chat to on YouTube who's in the magazine. It's so exciting. So yes, the first one, I think I did it slightly wrong. I think I put the topper too low down, so I don't really, it looks a bit kind of short and stubby. So less said about that one, the better. This one I did slightly taller. So this one is 3 inches high. This one was 2 inches high. And I did a circle topper. You can do any shape you like. Then I remembered that I needed to do a card for, well, it's actually for my mum to send to a neighbour from a few doors along who I've known, I feel like, most of my life. And she also orders lots of cards from me, this lady. So I wanted to make something special for her birthday. So I hope she doesn't watch. If you do, switch off. So my mum wanted something that was cats and golf. So I've made the topper with this lady golfer background. This cat I die cut with a Marianne Designs set. The golf club and the golf ball, I think, were maybe Creative Expressions. And then this Time to Party came from a woodware stamp set. And then the papers along the bottom, I did a wee bit of matting and layering. And all of these pattern papers were from Etsy. If you are looking for patterned papers that you don't have in your collection for something, Etsy is brilliant to search for digital patterned papers and whatever your theme is, and you will find something. And often they're very, very low in price, and they're an instant download, so you can print them off as you need them. And a lot of them say you can use them for sort of small scale commercial use, as long as you make something with the files. You're not just sharing the files. So yeah, so that was that one. And then the last one I've just filmed me making, so I will just give you a quick look at it. So if you want to see how I put this one together, then please keep watching. You'll also, at the end of the video, I'm going to add in some pretty pictures from the garden we were at, which kind of inspired me to make this. So yeah, so if you would like to see how to make it, please keep watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and leave me a comment. Let me know, have you made any of these hexagonal pop-ups? If you haven't, are you going to have a bash? I would love to see what you make. And as I say, you'll find the measurements for my projects in the description box. You'll find the Facebook group and the links to all the other ladies involved in the description box. And if there's anything else I've forgotten, please ask me in the comments and I will let you know the answer if I know it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care now. Bye. Okay, so I've got my pieces for the base of the card, and I need this piece as well, and I will add all the measurements to the description box and where you score, etc. But just to say, this one I have adapted it slightly, so this is the slightly taller version. So I've got two pieces of card. 1, 2. These measure 3 inches by 6.5 inches, and I'm going to score these at 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. 2, 4, and 6. And the same with this. 2, 4, and 6. So I'm going to pop these two together so you see that this is like the base of the card. So I'm just going to trim these little corners off on the narrowest portion on both sides. And that's going to be our little glue tab. So this is going to form the basic hexagonal base. I'm just going to trim off these wee fuzzy bits because they annoy me. There we go. Now you could use wet glue, you could use double-sided tape, you can use whatever you like. I'm going to use wet glue because I just prefer it. So I'm going to score there, and I'm going to score here, score there. So you can see that's kind of half of your hexagon. Excuse my inky fingers, I've been colouring and things, and it's I always end up with messy hands. So pop a bit of glue onto there and line it up like so. And I think I've got a little clip in there. Yeah. I'm just going to clip that there and the other side. Just till that wet glue kind of takes hold, which doesn't take long, but it stops them going a bit skew. And then I do the same there. So these are probably okay. So that is my hexagonal base. Now I need a panel to put in the middle, which is what I'm going to stick my topper, this hexagon, on top. So for that I have got a piece of card which measures, I think it's 2 inches by 8 inches. Is that right? Yeah, 2 inches by 8 inches. And again, we're going to score this at 2, 4, and 6. Just trim off the fluffy bits. Okay. So 2, 4, and 6. And then again, I'm going to go embellish that. Embellish? That's not the right word. Oh, what is the word? Anyway, I'm going to do this. So now you've got like a little kind of house shape. And I'm going to put glue on this bit and this bit. The two outside bottom and top square, and I'm going to stick it inside like so. So again, I'm using wet glue. If you want to use double-sided tape or tape runner or whatever else you've got, please feel free. So I am going to put this inside like so. You see that? In there, and then this other one, I'm just going to flatten it and press that down, and if everything is lining up, then that should be just the job. So there you go. So now you've got a panel that you can put your hexagon on when you're ready. So then the only last bit of folding is for the little spring. So what I've got for the spring is 2 pieces of card which measure 9.5 inches in length, and I've gone for 2 inches for this just because my card base is a bit taller. The original measurements from Sam were for 1.5 by 9.5, but I've just made it a little bit chunkier. The scoring is all exactly the same as Sam's, so you score it at 1/2 inch, then 1.25 inches, then 2 3/4, no, 1.25, 2, 2 3/4, 3.5. Then you have a little bit of a gap and you score at 5. Then 5 3/4, 6.5, 7.25, and 8. So I'm going to do that again for the second one. So the first is scored at 1/2 inch. Then you go up to 1.25, then 2 inches, 2 3/4, and then 3.5 inches. Then you've got that little bit bigger gap and you go in at 5. Then 5 3/4, then 6.5, 7.25, and then 8. So what we've got then for this is you've got, maybe you can't see, but you've got 2 larger panels, a little glue tab at the end, and then your other panel. So we're going to start at this end with the bigger panel, and you're going to fold that as a mountain. Then you're going to go valley, mountain, valley, mountain. Now you're back up at the other larger panel, so I'm going to go mountain, valley, mountain, valley, and mountain, like so. Now I've remembered the word burnished. I'm not going to burnish these because I want them to be, I don't want them to be flat and neat. I want them to have that spring in them. So I'm going to trim that little bit there and glue this first one. So again, a bit of wet, no, this side, on the top, and then glue that one there. there, so you just line it up, and then I'm just going to clip that until it's kind of taken hold, and I'm going to do this one again, so you can see we've got the two larger ones, we've got the little tab. Okay, so I don't know what happened there, but the last little bit of that clip seemed to have disappeared. So you saw me put together the first of the springs. Basically, I repeated it with the second one. Then I glued them together just by that, sticking the kind of the ends in, and then I put wet glue on either end of the double spring and glued it inside my card base. So this is what we've got now. So all that is left to do really is decorate it. So I'm going to make some little panels for here, and I think I've got this paper and I've got this paper, and I might do a little bit of a mix. So let me just measure. So if I go, so the panel is 3 inches by 2 inches. So I think I'll do 2 of the mushroomy ones. So let me cut it out 4. So let's make this, what did I say, 2 inches by 3 inches. So it'll be 2 3/4 in height, is that right? Looks good to me. And then 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. So then let's do 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I've done some preparation for my topper. I've done a bit of colouring and die cutting, etc. So you won't have to watch me thinking that is painful and people have to see that. But also I should just keep the video down in length. So let us just pop these little panels on. Like so. I think this is a Hobbycraft paper pad, and you will likely see in a moment why I've gone with this kind of theme. So I'm going to do a hexagon for the top, and I've already cut out a little window from this paper, and I've popped some sticky pads on it, so it's going to just be slightly raised up, which will allow me to tuck some foliage and flowers and bits in behind it. So I did just a little bit of prep. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to make it a birthday card. So I've got a happy birthday to go there. So I'm going to pop that in its place. So there's the happy. And then just a little bit on either end, because it's going to be raised in the middle. I might just pop a little sticky dot might be a little bit visible, but hopefully not too bad. Okay, so that is going to be the basis of it, and this is going to go on here. But what I did earlier was I did some of these Tim Holtz flowers, some mushrooms, some leaves, some branches, foliage, a couple of acorns. So I want to just pop these on. There. Let me get my little sticky pads at the ready. Maybe a little one on the inside here. So, like so. Sometimes just need to kind of trim things down a little bit. Ugh. Go. A little bit of that there. Yeah. So this kind of theme, I guess, is a little bit inspired by our visit at the weekend to a place called Codder Castle. Well, we just went to the gardens actually, because we were with my mum, and generally old buildings, the stairs and things are not very handy for her to get up and down. So So we just went for a wander around the gardens, which were absolutely beautiful. So it's kind of up towards Nairn from Inverness, and I'm sure the castle is gorgeous as well. gardens were just gorgeous, and they had the most beautiful bird feeder that was like metal. It was just stunning, and yeah, we had a lovely wander around. We had to stop at the cafe, obviously, for a wee cup of tea. Except I had some apple juice that was made from the apples that they grow on the estate there. So that was very nice. And yeah, maybe I'll insert a few wee photographs just at the end if you're interested. But it was beautiful, so colourful and just lovely. A little one on there. Be a little one kicking out at the back. No rules for where you pop things, huh? Just stick these in here. Okay, so that is all decorated now. So to pop it onto the card base, I'm just going to take my wet glue and stick it on here and kind of line this up. Just do a wee check, it's sort of in the middle, that looks good to me, and then press it down. Oh, it's a wee bit low, I'm going to lift it up a bit. There we go. So that is my finished card. So as I say, thank you so much for watching. Please check out the other ladies in the description box below. And for the measurements that I've used for the cards and the scoring measurements, please check the description box below. So thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.